Everybody. I'm sorry, I just got a little jazzed because, you know, you just don't see a siren cosplayer very often. The thief, you know, the girl that was like, she was a school teacher and then she was a nun, right? And, well, you gotta stand up, sweetheart. She looks amazing. Look at her. Yeah! You're the best. Hi, guys. I told him to give me a particularly long mic cable so that I could come close and closer. I'm coming to you, man. Bang. I'm so glad to be here, you guys. And I tell you what, we're gonna have a blast. That was not me. Vic Mignogna just farted. No, it was over there. We're gonna have so much fun this weekend, and I'm so glad you guys are here. 1 week ago, right now, I was at a huge convention in Australia. They all told me to tell you, "G'day, mate." They all told me to tell you that and have some kangaroo meat. But I'm so excited to be here. This is one of those cities where you feel like you don't really know much about, and you've heard so many good things, and I hear that the fans up here, like I said, are awesome, and so I've been looking forward to being here with you. We've got several things planned. Wait a minute. Daddy loves you. You don't turn me down. He turned me down because I got loud. Next time I'll do this. Daddy loves you. See, I should know better. I should know how to work the microphone, right? Don't scream into the microphone. What was I talking about? I'm so ADD, I can't even stand it. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you. This weekend, we've got panels, and we're going to take this one to talk. I think the name of this panel is For the Love of Alchemy. So I will be transmuting several of you into a big pile of goo. I will create life out of fangirls. Oh, that's going to be a pretty pile of goo. So this one, oh my gosh, you look good too. I'm sorry, I get so distracted. I love seeing Death Scythe cosplayers. Hey, your daughter's right over here, by the way. You should see, you know what, I was at this convention in Sydney, Australia, and then Perth, and I was with, you guys, I was nerding out. I was with Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown, all right? Marty! I mean, you know, you gotta come back with me, right? Oh my gosh, I was like 12 years old again. And here's, you know, he was there, and people from Battlestar Galactica, people from Game of Thrones that I'm jazzed, I'm enjoying that. But like, you know, we're hanging out, and you know who else is there? Yvonne Craig. Now, you may not know who she is, but some of you guys my age, there's nobody my age here, but those of you my age, she was the original Batgirl, like from the original series, the original Batman with Adam West, right? But I thought that was kind of cute, right? Until halfway through the week, I realized not only was she Batgirl, she also played a guest role on the original series of Star Trek. I couldn't believe that I didn't realize it sooner. She played this woman named Marta in an episode called Whom Gods Destroy, and she was one of the Green Girls, one of the Orion slave girls. And as soon as I realized who she was, I started nerding out over poor Yvonne Craig. She's 75 years old now, right? But here's the best part. Every time she would pass me, like anytime we were around each other in the green room or anything, she'd go, "Hi, honey." And she would give me a little kiss, and then I would walk away and she'd slap my butt. And she'd like, "You look good in those jeans." I'm like, "You're 75 years old." Batgirl just slapped my butt. Ow! But anyway, so I was having such an amazing time over there, and I was I was signing something and Christopher Lloyd was standing very close to me and I saw a Maka cosplayer. And I did what I always do. Maka! Christopher Lloyd was like, oh! Holy shit! Great, that'll be all over YouTube tomorrow. Vic Mignogna swears. Video proof right here. And then they'll repeat it, like they'll duplicate it 50 times. I know what you guys do, I know. She's like, I wasn't gonna do that, but I am now. That's a great idea. So, we've got a big panel tomorrow. I want you guys to come tomorrow, because the Q&A session tomorrow is gonna be awesome fun. I've got some really great videos I'm excited to show you guys. I actually have a video that a lot of people have heard about, but few have ever seen. I know, sounds like porn or something, doesn't it? Like, no, Vic, everyone's seen porn. I hope you haven't. Children, behave. You especially. But no, I've got this video that I made years ago with other members of the cast of Fullmetal Alchemist. So let me just tease you a little bit and say, if you ever wondered what it would be like to see voice actors cosplaying as their characters, you want to come tomorrow. You want to come tomorrow to the Q&A session, all right? And then I've got as many autograph sessions as they let me have by law in Minnesota. There is a law about that. And because I want to make sure and get to as many of you as possible. I didn't, you know what? I got to tell you the truth. A lot of voice actors go to cities and they're like, okay, I'm going to spend my 3 hours at the con and then I'm going to go out and see the city. That ain't me. I didn't come here to see Minneapolis. I came here to see you. Okay? I'm not being cheesy. It's just the truth. May God strike me dead if I'm lying, and you know I would not say that unless I meant it. I come to see you guys and to get to interact with you and talk with you and spend time. So I want to make sure I get as many opportunities to do that as possible. I was talking to the guy on the plane last night, and he was like, so, are you from Minneapolis? It's like, no. And he said, you gonna see the city, right? Yeah? And I'm like, no. What are you doing? Oh, well, I'm here for an event. Well, yeah, but you're gonna make time to get out, aren't you? No. I said, I'm here, most people, it's amazing how many cities I've been in, but they're all basically hotels and events. People say, have you ever been to such and such? And I'll be like, I have, but I have no idea what that city looks like because I was in the Hilton at that place and hung out with the convention fans and attendees. But that's fine with me because this is why I'm here. I love you guys. I'm so enormously grateful for your encouragement, for your support, for enjoying the work that I do, and this is my chance to tell you so, face to face, and also to spend a fun weekend sharing stuff together and signing stuff and taking pictures and hugging and smooching and... You gonna give me a smooch? Will you give me a smooch? You make a perfect Edward Elric. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's use the majority of the time, this particular panel, to kind of talk specifically about Fullmetal, since that's what the name of the panel is. They tend to derail sometimes, as you know, but let's do our best to just, because we're going to have tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll have tomorrow. To do anything, we'll talk about all different stuff, and we'll show videos, and we'll have fun, and we'll have music. And so let's talk about Fullmetal. So who's got a question about all the way in the back? Yes, sir. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. In fact, one of the reasons why I ended up loving that show so much is because it really grabbed me. And I had done, you guys, I don't know how much you know about my my anime career, but I had already done probably 40 or 50 shows by the time we did Fullmetal Alchemist. So I was pretty, you know, I was pretty set in anime voice acting. And I'd done all these different shows, and yeah, they were cool, and yeah, that was fun, and yeah, he was cool. But man, when we started working on Fullmetal Alchemist, we got to episode 8 or 9, the one with Barry the Chopper. Which one is that? It's 8.4. No, is it 8? Okay, so everybody always asks me, did you cry when Nina died? You know, sorry. Hope there's no Nina cosplayers in the room. And I tell them, honestly, the truth, no, that was acting. I was sounding like I was crying when they find Nina killed, and he falls down on the street and it's raining. He's crying. That was acting because it was early on in the series, right? That was like the second or third or fourth episode. But when we got to that episode 8 with Barry the Chopper, and that was the one, you guys, where Barry was chasing Ed around and, you know, swinging that axe at him and stuff, and he thought he was going to die. He thought he was going to be killed. And at the very end of that episode, Ed and Al are sitting on the steps, remember? And they're taking Barry away in handcuffs or whatever, and Ed has this little monologue. And I was doing that monologue, and all of a sudden I felt my eyes get wet. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, what the heck's this? What is this? Is somebody cutting an onion in the studio? What is this? And I realized that this show had really grabbed me, dude. I mean, I'm talking to the guy that asked the question. It really grabbed me. And as I was doing that monologue, and I still remember it, and it moved me so much. And ever since that moment, whenever there was a scene where Ed was, you know, really intense or emotional, I was right there. In fact, it was funny because the director would watch me through the window. He would watch me get noticeably, visibly, physically affected, emotional about it, and he would get on the microphone and he would go, "Hey, Vic, do you want to take a minute?" And you know what I would say? Heck no! Let's do it now. You know what I mean? Let's record it now while it's visceral and real, and you can capture that spontaneous emotion. And I think that's one thing that comes through in the show that makes it special. And you guys have been so kind about that. And I love you so much for the way that you have enjoyed that show. And it meant so much to me. And there were a lot of those kind of moments. Question? Yes, sweetheart?
Okay, I know that there's quite the pairing between Al and Mustang.
Oh, quite the pairing. Did you just say Al and Mustang? That's even scarier. Not my little brother. Colonel, you leave my brother alone. Brother, he touched me. Brother, the Colonel touched my TT place. Oh, stop it. She started it. She said pairings with Al and Roy. I'm sorry. I should have said loincloth, because we all know they're really, a suit of armor does not TT. Okay, so let's not get too weird. No, just yes, I know there are a lot of pairings.